Hi, welcome to this video. Today we are going to see how to run a node. In the last video we talked about the theoretical part, which is like what exactly is Reth as a node, what exactly is Lighthouse, and we pretty much discussed that what like how it looks like. But today we are going to actually run it and see that whether it matches with what we discussed in the last video. All right, let's move on. So here I'm going to simply I've got the Reth installed, by the way. You can just simply run this command and then it will be installed. And now I'm going to run it. So I have the Reth node installed. You can see if I run the Reth, then this help guide comes in. Let me just expand it, okay, and then clear all, and then let me just clear all here. So I can just run a Reth node. So you can see this is how it looks like. Okay. I had explained in the last video. You can check the last video. I'm not going to repeat in this. All right. So basically we are running at this port. This is the engine API, which is connecting the Reth node and the consensus node, which we call it as also the consensus layer, which is responsible for fetching the blocks from the known peers. And now you can see that the starting consensus engine, which means basically the engine API is what it is providing. And if we run the Lighthouse, then you will find, so in the Lighthouse, you can see that the URL which I have provided here, you can find it in the Reth doc. Okay. And then you can also so you have to provide the execution endpoint here. Okay. So given you are running a Reth node, and then you also have to provide the JWT location. In my case, it is, by default, it is there in the home library, home, and then you go to library application support, and then you find the JWT hex. Okay. All right. Now, if I run this, okay, then you will find uh, this sort of thing coming up. Okay. Now, this is the network name. Okay, we are running the main net. Okay, so how it is collecting the information is, the based on the URL which we had provided, which is this one. It is able to know that which network we are connecting to. Okay, and then you can find that the sync state updated. Okay, now you can see like here on the Reth node, this particular information means that we have successfully been able to connect with the consensus node whose head block hash is this. Okay, so just a quick update here, not exactly update, but a quick sort of like note. You can probably make you already know that a block has both number and hash. Okay, so if you want to look for a block, you have to know the number of it, and also you have to look for the hash. Or you can find a block by hash. Okay, now one thing to note here that it is actually going backward. Okay, if you see like every 10,000 block it is trying to download. So it is first, it will try to fetch what is the head block, means what is the the last block, for example, the block latest block rather. Okay, so if the latest block is, let's say, I don't know, maybe 2 million, let's say, so that would be shown here. Okay, and then we will go down, like we will go basically towards the ancestor. Okay, we'll go towards the genesis. So that is how it operates. Okay, now this is what we are doing. Okay, and this is what pretty much you can see that the consensus node is also trying to fetch blocks. Okay, here is a estimate that the 2 weeks, one day it would take. Okay, that is roughly like the okay. Now the point is here that this is roughly how it looks like. Okay, now let us play with it. Okay, so I am just shutting it. Okay, and then I'm just what I'm doing right now is I'm first starting the consensus node. Okay, now let me start the consensus node, how it looks like. Let me show you. So here you will find that it would try to look for a engine API. Okay, so you have already provided the engine API, but it is not able to find the engine API engine which is up and running at this particular port number, which is 8551. Okay, you can see constantly it is like the information which it is collecting, which is basically a block, and after the preliminary validation of a block, the remaining validation, which is the transactions and all those things, has to be validated by the execution node, and there is no such engine API available via which it will connect with the execution node. And that is precisely why this error is coming, that it is trying to sync, okay, but the sync is not 100% complete unless it does the full flow, which is like the consensus plus execution. Okay, and that is exactly why it is throwing error. But the moment I run this Reth node, okay, then it is likely that it will not have this error anymore. Okay, let us see, find out. So give us a moment. Yeah, so you can see the received fork choice updated message, which means that it is trying to execute. Okay, you can see it is syncing. Okay, here. Let me just scroll up. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So now you can see that the syncing, after syncing, we don't find any error as shown like before. Okay, like in the if you just scroll up, then you'll find there are a lot of errors. If you scroll down, then there is no more error because it is connected with the engine API, and therefore all the verification is happening. Okay. All right. So this is how a node is supposed to run. We will definitely cover more on this maybe later, but for now, let's stick to this. Okay. I'll see you in the next video where we are possibly going to dive in more into the like the coding aspect of it. Okay. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you.